I just watched this video on cold emails by a random guy who was recommended to me on YouTube, and I
Oh,
was
they're
watching it, and a lot of things which he said went against everything which I knew about cold emails. I was certain and adamant like this is the way you're supposed to be doing it, but then this guy came along.
comp-
He was like, "If you do the thing which you're doing exactly, you're an absolute idiot, and this is how you should do it." And I just like put it aside. I was like, yeah, like get lost, whatever, like you're full of shit, and all of the typical things which come to your mind whenever you're exposed to a new piece of information. But one thing I won't deny about this guy is the level of conviction he had. Sometimes when a person is saying something, yeah, this is freaking true, even if it's not true, and he says it with a lot of conviction, people believe it might be true. And at the same time, just because someone said something with a lot, like let's say there's something which is true, and people don't say it with conviction, people are like, yeah, maybe it's true, whatever. So this guy just had like so much of conviction in his video, and he was like adamant, like if you're not doing this, you're never gonna get a reply, whatever. If you're doing this shit, like you're not hard pitching everything, you're never gonna see success and results. So I was like, okay, I have a very big ego. My ego is fragile and everything. How about we do this? How about we just listen to what this guy has to say? We send maybe 10,000 emails in the next 5 to 10 days and see what results we get. I mean, like, what's the worst thing which can happen? I try it out and I do not get results. Like, yeah, at least I'll know for a certainty, like, this shit does not work. Because the worst thing which I can have is like freaking regret, like thinking one random day, 10 years in the future, like, bro, what if I just listened to that guy? What if he was correct and everything? And yeah, so this was before I had my entire YouTube feed blocked. So if I open YouTube right now, I just blocked my entire feed because I was seeing like videos by a lot of retards. So I can't see anything. Anyone's videos can't see the comments which people leave over here. Actually, I can, but if I open the video, I cannot. So, yeah. Anyways, let me just. This video is basically just me like copying exactly what he told me to do, like watching this video live because I watched it a couple of days ago, creating a cold email campaign using his exact frameworks, using the exact follow-ups, using literally everything he tells me to do. And yeah, after that, after like a week, I'll update you in the pinned comment of this video just to show you if it worked or not. Yeah, let's just
I have
video. Why do I get like ads and shit, man? Fucking hell. Yo, yep. Let's go.
First one being, forget everything LinkedIn sales gurus have taught you. Let's start there. Let's wipe the slate. Have an open mind. I'm going to walk you through this. So what I have pulled up here is very representative of what I see being peddled across LinkedIn. I get email I pulled from LinkedIn. I changed the industry and the persona and all of that, but these are real examples. So, hey Connor, notice company name is scaling your delivery ops. Are your dispatchers still manually tracking drivers or routes? We've been helping companies like Insert Win Story cut driver admin time by 20% using simple vehicle tracking tools. No rip and replace setup needed. Might be worth a quick peek. Want me to send over a 2-minute video? Connor. Let me know in the comments. This is what I see out there. This is the most common email framework I see, and what you've probably been taught in
uh, like the emails which I write are kind of similar to this. So actually, he's just calling me out over here.
the principles this follows are you have to give off personal relevance in the first line. Brevity, it's got to fit on an iPhone, 70 words or less. And it usually follows some nice flow that sounds good on paper, like observation, problem insight, social proof, soft CTA. Right off the bat, though, I just want you to know this is what everyone sounds like, and you generally want to be zigging while other people zag. So if you think this is creative, it's not, because this is what most reps sound like, and therefore when prospects see this, alarm bells start to go off. So a few things I right off the bat don't like about this is, one, you don't even tell them who you are. In their head, you haven't really even introduced yourself.
Yeah, I never tell people who I am because I'm just always thinking like, how the fuck does it matter? Like, they would know me, but now that I'm looking at it, maybe that would work well in like Instagram DMs and like cold DMs on social platforms, or maybe like inbound content on YouTube, because people can see my personality, people can see I'm doing these random exercises while watching a video, whatever. But in an email, they can't see my profile or anything. So they're just wondering like, if I get a cold email, the first thing I'm wondering is who the frick is this guy? So maybe he's right over here. Let's just see.
Are you in sales? Are you in marketing? Are you in product? Are you an intern? Like, who are you? It's kind of unprofessional to just not introduce yourself. The other more important detail I don't like is what's your goal here? Generally, it's to book a meeting. Where in this email do you ask for a meeting? Want me to send a 2-minute video? Why do you want to create an extra
Yeah,
step?
this is actually correct because yesterday I was having like a call with this guy who has like an agency of his own doing a couple $1,000s in revenue and everything. So he texted me over here like I want to try sales and it might make sense for my company. Then I shared the link for him to get started with the free trial and all. And yeah, so we got on the call yesterday. I was helping them set up everything, like the systems and everything. Maybe I have a recording of the same as well. So it's not yet uploaded, but yeah, you can see like a quick recording. So I was just having a word with them, helping them
This guy.
set up everything. And I think, yeah, as you can see over here, so they were showing me their cold email campaigns. I don't know if you can right now see it, but just scrolling down below, like he showed me like one email campaign which had like a 12% reply rate. Yeah, so as you can see over here, this had like a 12% reply rate, which is genuinely pretty nice. Like out of 100 emails you send out, like 12 people replying to you via cold emails, it's actually a pretty nice metric. And he said like, I think he has been running this from September or August. So September, October, November, December, almost like 6 to 7 months. And he has signed just one freaking client with this. So obviously, like that's a cause of concern. Like he has been doing this for a while, and even though he's getting a 12% reply rate, which everyone is gonna tell you is awesome, he's not getting a lot of replies. Like he's not getting a lot of clients with the same. So yeah, the thing is like we've been getting replies, everything is well, but we're having issues converting these emails into like calls and everything, because not gonna lie, like WhatsApp works the best for us. So that's kind of like the mind frame which I had is, yeah, maybe it's correct over here, because we're not booking a lot of meetings with email, to be completely honest. Because I'm like, yeah, so this WhatsApp shit is working well, Instagram shit is working well, so why not just focus on things which are already working? So maybe he's correct over here. I've been doing exactly what is in this video and the opposite of what he's telling me to do. So maybe let's just give it a shot, man.
For yourself where you have to send them a video and then book the meeting after that. In fairness, a lot of other times people might finish with something like might be worth a quick peek, or they might say worth a chat. So yeah, you're kind of asking for the meeting, but that's a soft CTA. I'm old school. I have found that assumptive CTAs are much more effective.
Yep, I like this thing. Like another thing I learned, younger generation people, they usually like softer CTAs, because to be honest, we're like a generation of bitches, if I'm being really honest. We're always on the fence. We're like thinking, yeah, I don't want to commit fully to something, and he's absolutely correct. Like the old school people who I've seen and spoken to, they just like get on the fucking call. They're very much interested in getting on meetings and everything, and we are the generation who want to like speak over text, like constantly go back and forth between messaging. Like all the people who are successful and older than me, I've seen they absolutely love getting on meetings. So I believe this guy is 100% correct over here. We're a generation of bitches, and the old school people who we're probably going to be sending out emails to, they would like just appreciate someone who's straight and to the point and honest.
When you're implying the meeting is going to happen. Why would I ask them if it's worth a chat? My email, I want it to sound like this is worth a chat because of how relevant I am to you, the priorities and challenges we solve.
Yep, I think this is a point he mentioned later on as well, that you should be using like active language instead of like passive language. So assuming that they already want what you sell, instead of being like, yeah, just see, I have this thing, maybe you can see if you want it or not.
How we solve them, and I'm expecting this meeting to happen. They can tell me no, but I'm going to go down with that assumptive tone. And then lastly, I just think these types of emails just sound goofy. Like when I see them in the inbox, it just comes across as unprofessional. You haven't introduced yourself. It's too short. I'm going to show you my email in a second, but I agree with brevity. But what I'm about to show you fits on an iPhone in one clean shot, and it's about 2 to 3 times longer than this. I don't know where the 70 words or less came from. It sounds good. It's got to be short, concise, to the point. You can be short, concise, to the point, but if you don't give enough context, then people are just like, who are you? And you don't give them anything to bite off on. So let's get into how I prefer to send emails instead. And bear with me, I'm going to break it down. So I follow a 3-body framework where you answer, if you follow my channel, this will sound familiar, who you are, why you're reaching out to them specifically, and what you want. It's the same framework I use for cold calls. It works on emails. It's 3 bodies of paragraphs. I like the rule of 3. This is a real psychological principle you can look up, that the brain likes 3s, especially in written word. 3s make sense. If you go to 4, it starts to feel a little too long. but it's about 5 to 6 sentences, and just read the difference. Hi, blank. My name is Connor Murray, and I just made up this company, and I'm part of the FleetCore Solutions team responsible for supporting XYZ company. Given your role, I'm looking to introduce our team and get aligned with your priorities going forward. My team focuses on priorities related to vehicle tracking, fleet visibility, and driver performance management. We work with customers to reduce driver admin time, improve route efficiency and visibility, and streamline reporting on driver and vehicle activity by providing straightforward tracking tools and clear, up-to-date fleet information. I'm looking to set some time for an introduction, as my team will be your point of contact for priorities in these areas going forward. Do either of the following dates work for you? I like to leave a couple times. Thanks in advance, Connor. So let's break this down. There's 3 components to this email. It's who you are is the first body of paragraph.
हाँ तो क्या हो गया अगर मैंने कोडिंग निंजास का
Get the fuck out of my feed, you fucking ad. Yep.
Which is the second body, and then what you want, which is the third body. And if you're already thinking in your head, Connor, does this only work if they're an existing customer or if you're a big, well-known brand? Don't worry. Hopefully I'm reading your mind. I'm going to show you another example in a second. But first, let's break down
Exactly
this email.
what I
So
was thinking.
it's 3 bodies: who you are, why you're reaching out, what you want. It starts with the who, which is very simple. You tell them your name, the company or the group that you're a part of, and that you're responsible for supporting them, and that you'd like to introduce yourself. You make that intent clear at the beginning of the call. Now, there's ways to tweak this and make this even a little more specific. Like if you were about to email 50 people in a row who all worked in the construction industry, you could say, I'm part of the construction team at FleetCore. Little details like that, but you don't have to overthink it. It's 1 or 2 sentences, you introduce yourself, and then get right into it. Then we get to the why portion of the email. This is the portion you want to test the most. It's the most important to tweak and nail down, but if you get it right, it can work wonders for you, where you basically answer a few questions succinctly, and I've bolded or highlighted what I changed to make it more relevant. So what you have in the highlight there is what you can change depending on the persona you're reaching out to, the industry they work in, etc. But my team focuses on, and then you name priorities that you work on, outcomes at a high level that you tend to deliver, and how you do so at a high level. So the priorities you work on, the outcomes you deliver, and how you do it. If you can fit all of those into about 2 sentences, you're on the right track. So in this case, the priorities we work on are vehicle tracking, fleet visibility, and driver performance management. That's going to catch their eye, but you're not going too specific because you don't want to pigeonhole yourself into just one specific topic. But a lot of this, to a lot of people who are like fleet managers or operations managers, which is what I'm assuming is the persona we're reaching out to in this case, those are priorities they care about. Then we're going to say some high level, like how we work with customers, reduce driver admin time, improve route efficiency, streamline reporting. This is high level. Like if you, as you work at your company and you see a bunch of internal language being used, other email templates, this is the stuff you want to tweak. And then at a high level, we provide straightforward tracking tools and clear up-to-date fleet information. And then I assumptively, I don't ask worth a chat, I'm looking to set some time for an introduction, as we will be your point of contact. That's a lot stronger. Now, you have to be careful. You can't just use you being the account manager and the point of contact as the main reason to be meeting. It complements everything you put in here. So the mistake I see a lot of people make when deploying this tactic is they basically just say that they're part of the team. We work on a couple priorities, and I'd like to introduce myself. You have to nail this part down, the why you're reaching out, the priorities you work on, outcomes you deliver, and how you deliver them at a high enough level, something for them to bite off on. So notice some observations about this email. There's no hyperlinks, Calendly links, and it comes across like you're just the attachments, the hyperlink, you don't want a tonality, start getting better, and send it to yourself. It fits on, as a whole, it fits on an iPhone, which is 80% of meetings booked over email come from a follow-up, which is meant to redirect them back to the initial email. No matter how good your initial email is, most people don't respond to the first email. They respond to a follow-up, and then they go back and read your first email really carefully. So I'm okay with this being a little longer, even though I don't think it's that long. It still fits on an iPhone. But now, as promised, let's say you're hung up on the, well, what if they're not an existing customer? Or what if I don't work for a big name brand where that strategy is not going to work? Always remember that these are frameworks. I'm not giving you exact words to say, although I think for a lot of you, if you just take what I put, let's take this slide, for example, here. If you just replace what you've been using for email and just simply use this exact framework and try and replace what's highlighted here with your own, if you implement this over. But we construction team at FleetCore Solutions focuses on priorities related to improve route and fit to other following dates. Where do you have availability this week or within the next couple weeks? Thanks in advance, Connor. So need a starting point. You can literally just type out what I've put here, put it in a chat GPT and say, replace the bolded text to be more targeted to blank persona, and I sell at XYZ company, and it will give you a good starting point that's like 70-80% ready to go out of the box. But now let's get to rule number 3, which is probably the most important rule, or at least the quickest way to fix results, which is to replace passive language with assumptive language. So again, this is a real email template that I've seen out there where I highlighted all of the things that are passive language, which just kill your email results. So hi blank, many construction and field service companies are beginning to explore ways to modernize and streamline their fleet operations. I'm reaching out from the Fleet Solutions team at FleetCore, which supports companies like XYZ and staying aligned with growing industry trends, blah, blah, blah. I was hoping to connect so I could better understand your role in fleet operations and possibly discuss any tools or processes you're currently using to manage vehicles, track driving. I hope you just talking to like language. And here's the language in either straight up quickest way without changing your entire email yet. If that's too much for you, simply look for passive language and either straight up delete it or replace it with stronger, more, isn't totally comprehensive, but it should give you a good idea. So some examples of passive language. I was hoping to, I'd love to, or I'd like to. That's a sneaky one. A lot of people say I'd love available. They're going to receive. So yeah, I even look at the sales email. Believes that it's read another sound change thing. Give you the bit of so
if you want to become any
response. That doesn't mean the first email isn't important. It's just we want our follow-ups to be directing our attention to that. Here are the
So
response.
let's just freaking do exactly what he told us to do and copy this and give it to ChatGPT and ask it to just convert this into a cold email for our industry. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, I'll just copy the transcript of the video. And give it to ChatGPT as well for better context. I've seen ChatGPT is the best at copywriting out of all the AI models like DeepSeek and shit. Some people say it's Claude though. I've not tried Claude a lot. So yeah, let's just see. So this is the transcript of a YouTube video I'm watching to write out my cold email campaigns, and I want to be reaching out to agency owners where I'll be selling them like a client acquisition system where we help them book qualified calls and everything with ideal prospects on a pay on results basis, so it's risk free. So just draft a cold email campaign for the same. Is it a problem with ChatGPT or what? Why has it hung up, bro? Everything
Yeah.
else is working fine. What the hell? ChatGPT, bro, like why are you gonna do this shit, bro? Oh, let's just try to refresh it. Reload. Okay. I will be targeting marketing agency owners or agency owners in general. Owners in owners, and I will be selling them like done for you appointment booking where we help them book qualified sales calls on a pay on results basis. Just draft the cold email campaign using the framework. I have also attached a sample image of an example cold email which the guy used. I'll just take the screenshot again. Boom. Hopefully it should be done now. In the meantime, I'll just create a new campaign in SalesGen as well. Let's just create a new folder for cold emails. And by the way, if anyone is watching this on YouTube and you want to build out this campaign, you don't have to build it from scratch. I've actually created like a full free course in the SalesGen community. You can just watch it and yeah, it'll allow you to build, like just go to this course. It's free, as you can see over here. You can just go here and you can use the system to create a cold email campaign inside of SalesGen. And yeah, so this will introduce you like why you should be using this, how to actually set up the infrastructure which you're going to be using to send out the emails, because like we are going to use our own domain which I've already connected, but there's a guide on the same, so you can watch this. Like then on subject lines, like how you can create the, like I've already created the system for you with all the follow-ups and tracking everything enabled, and all you need to do is just change the copywriting. I've added some templates, everything as well. So if you want to do something similar, you can just use this video or whatever template you want to use and just make some changes based on this video. So yeah, it's a very in-depth tutorial, everything. So yeah, so just watch this course. Like, the community link will be in the description. It's free to use, whatever. This is absolutely shit. I'll just write it out myself. So hi, first name. So over here I can just come to cold emails. What's this guy name? Connor. Start from scratch, because I just want to do it from scratch. Boom. After that, come here. Connor Murray, agency, cold email. Add trigger, what to add? Contact tag added. I'll just use this tag. So whenever contact is added and he has this tag, then we're going to be sending out emails to them. And yeah, after that we can have like a drip, like every 1 minute we send out an email. So yeah, every 1 minute an email will go out, and then the first email. And yeah, from name from email is already set. So for the subject, let's just use hi first name for now. Hi first name. So over here again, I'll just copy the exact template which he gave me. Hi first name. My name is, and by the way, I won't ever suggest you to like just copy paste templates, but I just wanted to test it out and see if it actually works, because even if this template works over a long enough period of time, it'll stop working, because 1600 people saw it, at least 500 of them will try to do it, at least 100 200 of them. And like, let's say 50 people watch my video, another 20 50 people, 100 people are going to do it again. So the more people use something, the less effective it is. So you always need to be like coming up with new things. So not the best idea to just simply copy, but I just thought like it's a nice challenge, a nice cool thing to actually do and try out and test out and everything. So yeah, let's just do it. Hi, my name is Somil. My name is Somil, and I am a part of and of sales in, no, this one. Let's just see what he's.
So using
Their school is
might have-
within the academic world what Edmond de Rothschild is within the world of finance. This is about
I might have the urge to buy freaking YouTube Premium, man. These ads are annoying. But you know what? I shouldn't hate ads, because when I want to scale my company, I'll be running YouTube ads as well. And if I judge these people, I'm going to be scared of
it.
running
This is the same
ads.
template as the last slide.
And I'm a part of the construction team, and I'm the founder of sales. And how can I make this relevant? Which is an AI platform that helps agency owners like you connect with people who want their services. I think it's a pretty decent introduction, a very high level one. My name is Somil, and I'm the founder of SalesGen, which is an AI platform that helps agency owners like you connect with people who want the services. And I think that's a pretty simple way of stating it. On the qualified, yeah, I think that's good enough. Agency owners like you connects with autopilot.
That's why I say I'm looking to set up some time, or let's set up some
And the next line was after who? So I've introduced myself. Then why? Why am I reaching out? I'm reaching out to you because based on your LinkedIn profile, you seem because it seems like your company is similar to the ones we partner up with to help them book qualified appointments with qualified. I'm reaching out to you. Like, why am I reaching out? I'm reaching out to you to the ones we partner up with to help them book qualified appointments with buyers on a pay on results basis. I think that's the why part. Boom.
same framework, who, why, what, 3 bodies, a paragraph. But always remember that you can adapt this. And if you need a starting point, you can literally just type out what I've put here, put it in a chat GPT and say, replace the bold.
I'm like, what am I trying to do? Okay, so this is pretty dope. And I wrote LinkedIn because I'm going to be getting all these leads from LinkedIn, like all the emails. And the next thing which I want to do is I'm looking to, yeah. I'm looking. Let me see the other example as well of the guy.
Like offer a look for passive language.
I'm looking to set some time for an introduction. Some time for an introduction to understand what services you offer and to whom, so that we can show you, we can see if we're a good fit for a potential partnership. Do either of the following dates work for you? But if I write out like dates, then that means like I cannot automate it. Maybe there's conditional logic which we can use, but I think it's gonna be like, let's see if we have that option. But this is like the current time which we can use. Oh, calendar, no. Message account right now. Oh, contact. Can we have an option of ID? No. I don't think so. We can do that, like automatically, just trying to remember if we had that option. Attribution, no. Voice AI, no, not even voice AI. Right now, we can do like date, whatever. But I don't think so. This will work out. So I'll have to say tomorrow. Oh, do either of the following dates work for you? Mm. Most people I've seen are free around 11 a.m. Does 11 a.m. your time tomorrow? Does do I'll actually just say tomorrow and after tomorrow. Do either of the following dates work for you? Do either of the following times work for you? Tomorrow, 11 a.m. your time. And then maybe Monday, 10 to 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Does 11 a.m. tomorrow your time work for the call? Or do you have some other time in mind? I think this is decent. Thanks in advance, first name.
Hey developers, join us for the biggest AI competition
Shut
with
up, bitch. It's probably AI. Like, why did I even like abuser? I'm so sorry to you. It's probably AI. Thanks in advance, Sawmill. Boom. Yeah, let's just see if it's spammy or not. Spam checker. Yeah, so this is a pretty good spam checker. You can just paste your email and see if it's spammy or not. My name should not be a spam bot. Services you provide. Instead of offer, you can use provide. And after that, work for Windows 11 a.m. tomorrow your time. Work? Or do you have some other time in mind? Yeah, I think work for you. Work. Is the grammar correct? I'm not sure. Does 11 a.m. tomorrow your time work? Or do you have some other time in mind? I think this is decent. So call is weird. For the meeting, we can say the meeting. A meeting won't trigger something. Meeting. Boom. Let's just see. Yeah, it is 11 a.m. tomorrow. Work for a meeting. Yeah, and this is shady, but I don't think so. Like, a name should be something which raises like spam triggers and shit. So I don't think so. That should be an issue. And please leave my feed, ma'am. I would really appreciate it. What's wrong with her? Like, why is she troubling me? Like, what did I do wrong to you? Are there problems with my Wi-Fi, man? I don't think so. Yep.
By replacing it, this is the same template as the last slide. That's why I say I'm looking to set up some time, or let's set up some time. I'm going to show you some examples here in a second, but this is the quickest way without changing your entire email yet. If that's too much for you, simply look for passive language and either straight up delete it or replace it with stronger, more assumptive language. And here's how you do that. Here's a checklist I essentially created. Assumptive, like for a fiscal year. Now these alarms. $100 of revenue, or I saw one recently where it was like, not since the assembly line has manufacturing been subject to such profound change. Things like that. Even if your email is fire, that alone is just going to impact their perception of it, and a lot of them probably don't even give you the time of day or read email because of it. Lastly, excessive language. This is an important one to look out for. A lot of people make this mistake because they pull language or tills like this. Great.
If so many ads, man. This guy is freaking printing money with this YouTube video.
But now let's get to rule number 4, follow-ups. This is so important.
Damn,
Like I
bro.
said,
Looking
most people
jacked.
don't respond to your initial email. It's a follow-up that gets the response. That doesn't mean the first email isn't important. It's just we want our follow-ups to be directing our attention to that. Here are a couple bad examples that I commonly see out there. Again, I see these on LinkedIn. I see them in my inbox where I think people are just doing too much. The mistake they're making is they're almost writing a new email and disregarding
Yeah, very guilty of this shit. Writing a new email when my previous email does not get a response.
the fact that they already sent them an initial valuable email. I want to do that first email right, and then my follow-ups are essentially saying, hey, I'm a real person. Please give me your thoughts on what I shared with you. Not, oh, that didn't work. Let me see if I can just spin up something new and hook you in this way. So it'll sound something like, came across this article on top trends shaping the future of fleet management. Thought it might be helpful to share. It's some link to a report. Let me know if you'd like me to send over a PDF version, blah, blah, blah. Would love to get your thoughts. Is this something that's currently on your radar? Again, you're not giving yourself a chance of booking the meeting here. You're adding an extra step. You're requesting their response to something you shared with them before just asking for the meeting. You should just ask for the meeting, and your follow-up shouldn't be this long. Another common example, this is like my least favorite kind of follow-up. I've reached out a couple times, and I don't want to keep following up if this isn't a priority. That said, I just put together a short case study on how construction companies are reducing admin time, improving vehicle visibility. Thought it might be helpful. Would you like me to send it over? If now isn't the right time, happy to connect down the road. This one irritates me. I get this in my inbox. 1, again, you're not giving yourself a chance of booking the meeting. 2, it's like, rather than just sharing it.
Bro, this just sounds like everything which I've been writing. And I feel like this guy has been breaking so many, he's introducing so many perspective changes where I'm like, he's saying exactly what I'm doing, and he's kind of making sense. He has so much of conviction. He is obviously like double my age probably, and they say, right, like older people usually have more experience or whatever. So I'm just really curious to try it out, because whatever he did, I do the complete opposite, and everything he's saying is a mistake. I do exactly that.
Me, you're dangling it a carrot.
Let's see.
You're really just going to throw away all that work if I don't respond to you. That's 1, you're either insane, or 2, more likely, you're just a lying salesperson and you didn't actually put together a short case study and you're just trying to use a manipulative tactic to get me on a meeting. And prospects might not consciously think this in their head. It's just like a subconscious thing. It rubs them the wrong way and they just don't reply. These types of follow-ups, be a little bit of email, so without opening the email, they already see your message. It should have a strong call to action, so it should request a response to your first email where you asked for a meeting, so you're giving yourself any more than that, and your whole message about this being important and this being a priority falls apart. A mistake, like I see it in my inbox where someone will reach out to me, I'll get an initial email on Monday, the first follow-up will come the next day, so now I know this isn't really someone reaching out to me personally,
least
and I'm
I've
like,
not
I just
made
don't
this
respond for a
mistake.
couple more Mondays, they'll eventually go away. Real person, what did they say in their email? And then they go read it closely. So if you do this right, what I recommend is 4 email touch points in 8 days. For broad general prospecting, I recommend 4 email touch points in 8 days, and then move on. There's all this stuff on LinkedIn. You see all these rah-rah stories where it's like, I followed up with this prospect 23 times over email, and they finally got back to me, and we booked a meeting, and I got an opportunity. And it's like, great, but what about the thousands of people you probably followed up with 25 times that never responded, and now all of that time you wasted going to that could have just been going to new fresh lists. So what I say is hit them early and often, hit them hard, 4 emails in 8 days. Ideally, you can mix in calls too with the ABAB cadence. I'm not going to go into too much detail there. I'll link to a video about where it's like email call, email call. You is you can generally 4 weeks. 4 weeks is a little early. 6 and a lot of times follow-ups. Follow-up 1 is generally a simple nudge where I give them the benefit of the doubt but request a response. The second one, I show a list I booked. By far is this second, within the first one or the second one. And then the third one, I'm always testing, tweaking, but as of now, I use the assumptive breakup, where you're still being assumptive, but you're kind of letting them know, I still plan to follow up with you, but maybe just another date. So follow-up 1, here's some examples. There's infinite amounts of ways you can do this, but generally I want it to be pretty previous note to any of those times where I wanted to make sure my last email reached you. Let me know what works best on your end. So you're not really going at them hard yet. You're giving them the benefit of the doubt. But the purpose of this and why I like to be, give them the benefit of the doubt and a little more lenient is because if they don't respond to that, then I get a little more,
So basically, I'll just take away the practical shit, which he's asking me to do. Wanted to just confirming, just wanted to bump this up in case it got buried in your inbox. Do these times work? Yeah. So I'll actually just go ahead and for the subject line, I can say meeting, first name question mark. This will again induce curiosity. And then what I can do is number 1, wait for a reply. Yeah, we can wait for a reply to email. Actually, I'll just give it a name so that I just remember it. Main email. Boop. Now if we send a follow-up to someone who has not even read our email, the chances of them actually replying might be low because they might not just understand what we did. So I'll actually just create a condition like what to do if someone has opened the email and what to do if someone has not opened the email. So over here we can create like an if else condition in SailGen and we can come over to events and we have to add like the step 2, wait for reply. I just name it just so that I can remember, and we again add a wait step where we wait for like email events where we track open rates and everything. So on the main email, open, that's what you wanna do. Yeah, and after that we have a if else condition. Yeah, now we can come over here, we can be like events email event is open, and what to do if someone does not click on an email. Events email event is not open. Boom. So now we have 2 things. Like this is obviously nothing. Like either someone can open an email or someone can not open an email. And yeah, if someone does it, I'll actually just copy this email. Boom. So that we don't have to write everything again. And yeah, after this, I'll just simply be like, yeah, if they open the email, then I can use this exact line. Hey, something like that. First name. Didn't hear from you yet on the sent you an email but didn't hear. Wait, no. Wait for contact reply. We have to add a timeout as well. So let's send this follow up after a day. Boom. And yeah, we'll be sending out this follow up like only if someone does not reply. So actually add it to the wrong place. Boom, remove this condition, delete. Because if someone replies, we just want like a freaking notification, man. Internal notification, we just want a notification that someone has replied. Notification, you reply received, engage, and you know what? Just so that I can reply to these people from my phone app and actually get notifications and stuff. All users, boom, save action, and yeah, so email event is opened, and then like let's say someone has opened the email, I can just write, hey, first name, would appreciate, didn't sent you an email yesterday but didn't hear from you yet. Just trying to bump. Figured out it might have gotten buried in your inbox. So just does 1 p.m. tomorrow work for the call? Work for a quick meeting? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a pretty simple one. I'll just click on save. And if the email was not opened, I'll just simply copy the email and tell them like I would appreciate a response on the same. And I'll just be like, hey, first name, sent you an email yesterday, but didn't hear back yet. This is what I said. So I'll just copy this email. Spam checker, let's just see. Yeah, looks good. Boom. Save action. Boom. Copy this shit. No, copy. Boom. Good. Save action. So if someone opened the email, then we send out the exact follow-up. If someone did not open the email, then we simply just tell them what we said in the last email. Yup.
Give them the benefit of the doubt and a little more lenient is because if they don't respond to that, then I get a little more professionally dissatisfied, where my favorite one to this day is literally just, please give me your thoughts on this. Thanks, Connor. They see this in their email, they're like, please give me your, wait, what? And then they see, oh, they already followed up with me. What did they say? And then they scroll down and they read your first email really closely. Beware, this is meant to get responses. A lot of the responses will be, my thoughts are, take me off your list and never contact me again. That's totally okay. I just want responses. More replies, the better, because a lot of them are, oh, I'm so sorry, I've been so busy this week, or I was out of.
Please give me your thoughts on this. Again, we just wait for people to reply. Copy all actions from here. And then we paste it and we'll just call it follow-up 1 open. Actually, we don't have to actually, like, this will get very complicated, so I'll just delete everything. Boom. And this will I'll name follow-up 1 not open. Boom. And yeah, after that, what I can do is let's say someone has opened up this email, then what we should send. So we can actually use this exact step as well. I just deleted it for no freaking reason. So in the wait step, we wait for like opens and everything for the follow-up email number 1, and we do the same over here as well. Copy all actions from here, and yeah, what will happen if, yeah, and bro, this is getting a bit complicated, so I just save everything and just try to declutter it a bit, man, to be honest. And over here, the first thing you want to do is actually just name these things again. Oh yeah, so again, we send the main email. If it's open, we send out this follow-up, and if it's not open, we send out this follow-up, and then we wait for the opens of the emails and everything. Yeah, boom. And after that, we wait for a reply on follow up one. Oh, like actually, I'll change the names of the emails as well. So I'll call this follow up 2. Oh, if this email is still not opened, I'll just don't even want to speak to these people. And this is kind of looking complicated right now. So if anyone is watching this, like, don't worry, you don't have to create it so freaking complicated. You can actually make it easy as well. I'm like, yeah, I just want to take it a step further, because if I have the ability to do it, like, why the frick not? So if someone did not reply, I won't even respond to them again, like if they did not open. And yeah, and after that, what to do? Like, I think I'm making it way too complicated. So like, yeah, I just need to simplify it a bit. You know what? Delete all actions from here, delete all actions from here. Because yeah, I can do all of this complex shit, but let's just keep it simple, man. At the end of the day.
Of office just seeing this, yeah, I'm free on Tuesday. Or in the real value is you get people to give you an objection who otherwise wouldn't have responded to you, and now you at least have an opportunity to overcome it. So they
Please give me your thoughts on this. Let's just. Then we wait for a reply. Let's wait 2 days over here. Over here. Or just 1 day. Because the faster we respond, the better it's gonna be. What will happen when a contact reply is just create an action. Boom. Copy this. Give me a notification that my money is freaking close. And if someone did not reply, what will happen after 1 day is we send a follow-up. I'll just copy this exact email so we can make changes directly over here. Please let me know your thoughts on my last emails. Contact first name. Spammy checker. Please is a bad thing. Is please a really bad thing? Let me know, maybe. Okay, I'll just use let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on the last email, and I'll just call it like follow up 2. Boom. And over here, again, what we can do is like just wait for a response. And yeah, wait for a reply. What was the name of it? Follow up 1 not open. Yeah, we're waiting for a reply to this. And timeout we add 1 day. So like basically we are telling it how many days to wait before we actually send them another email. And if we get a response, then we send a notification to ourselves. And if we don't get a response, then we use this field, go to, and yeah, I just click on here. So if we don't get a response, like we send out this email to them, which is again like, please let me know your thoughts on my last emails. Boom.
might say, hey, thanks for reaching out. Yeah, I saw your previous emails. I just don't think it makes sense to me because we already use XYZ solution. And now you at least have the chance to tell them why it still makes, like, acknowledge their concern and tell them it makes sense to me anyway. But you wouldn't have had that chance if you weren't a little professionally dissatisfied. We're not being disrespectful. We're not saying like, hey buddy, I've sent you 2 emails. Like, why don't you reply back? Like, that's not what we're doing here. This is like, we're pulling in the line a little bit, but we're totally within the bounds of still being professional when we say things like this. And then if they still haven't replied to that, that's where you kind of throw your hands up and it's like, hey, let me know if this is a conversation we should postpone for a later date. Like, we'll still have the conversation, but just let me know if it should be at a different time. Maybe early May, like suggest like a month out.
Yeah, I think we can write this email. Assumptive breakup. Again, after this, we wait for a reply. Boom, boom, boom. Wait for contact reply. Boom, boom, boom. Follow up 2. Boom, boom, boom. Save action. Publish. And yeah, timeout should be, I think, like, let's give a 2-day break after this. Yeah, 2-day break. And if a contact replies, then we obviously send out a freaking notification. copy action. And if a contact does not reply, then we send them an email. Boom. And we can just call it follow up 3. And then I can just simply write hey first name. Let me, what did he write over here? If this is a conversation, we should postpone for a later date. I feel so bad, like just freaking copying this. I feel like a freaking zombie. Perhaps early May. Perhaps after date. Now we can use this thing right now. So yeah, name of the month. So perhaps after like the current month, so maybe after that. Perhaps after let's just keep it like this. Is this a conversation? Let's see if this is right. Boom, looks good. And yep. Yes. Click on save action, save action. Boom.
Please let me know. Or different
So I think the
variations. You may have
campaign
better
is
time to pick
ready.
this up. I was hoping to find some time in the next couple weeks, but let me know either way. You kind of throw your hands up, try and build them a little bit, because then they see all your. I get a decent amount of replies on this, but I rate like.
Let's be real. You probably
I don't want your stupid live stream app, you.
Bot subject lines that work. Here's some ones to avoid. Like these are the examples I was talking about with the cheesy hook lines. Let's text your fleet efficiency. Connor saw this and thought of you. Like really, I don't even know you. What? Your competition is already doing this. It's just salesy. I get the your competition. Like people get all fired up about their competition. No, they don't. It just comes across as salesy. I'm sorry. One other thing is this is less scalable when you're actually having to think really hard about your subject lines. It makes it harder to send out more emails. So all of these are totally fine subject line frameworks that are copy
I'll
and
just
pastable.
use our meeting
You don't have
first.
to overthink
Looks
it.
good
Is
to
just
me.
to use your name, their name, introduction, or intro. It's totally fine. People, when they see that, they're like, what's this? What's the introduction? What is this about? It gets totally fine open rates when you just do this. Yeah, maybe you're not nailing it. Maybe if you were really thought for an hour, you could have come up with some subject line that needs any name, and then but you just sound salesy manipulative before, and you can use the same framework, and it'll be an email that's tracking an intuitive, easy line. At least process of coiling the spring. I've talked about this a lot on my channel, where you want to do a lot of the heavy lifting up front. The position you don't want to be in as an SDR is you show up for work, you sign on, it's 8:30 in the morning, and you're like, who am I going to contact today? Oh, I got to go scrape a list together. Now, what am I going to say to them? You want to do that. It creates daily friction for yourself, is how I look at it. It makes it hard to start your day. You want to do all of this up front. Create the lists you know you're going to target. Create the associated templates using the repeatable framework that you know align to those lists, so that when you wake up, you simply have things to do and you have things to implement. The analogy I like to use, either buy or support financial service accounts, manufacturing, retail. You can make a finance in financial.
Whoa. So it seems to be working well. I'll just add like my random email which I use and just send myself a couple of test emails just to see if everything is working fine and well. Let's just use this one. sawmillcaptions@gmail.com. Boom. So yeah, I'll have to add myself as a contact though. Sawmill captions @gmail.com. I just connected a new domain, so don't know if it will be good for deliverability and everything. Hopefully, my emails don't go in spam when I'm recording like a freaking YouTube video. That will be freaking embarrassing, man. uh, Outbound, where did I create it? Cold emails, and boom. Connor Murray, cold email. Boom, boom, boom. And yeah, let's just send myself a test mail. Sawmill captions AI at gmail.com. Don't tell me it went to spam, man. Wow. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, yep. Boom. Meeting Sawmill. Hi, Sawmill. You know what? Actually, like, our email providers literally tell us, maybe someone is gonna think I'm coping, but they literally tell us like there should not be a test for seeing if your emails are going to spam or not, because yeah, they just say this is not meant for a test. This is just to see if the email is looking fine. And yeah, we'll update you with the open rates and everything, because I've literally shown you can get like 60% open rates without a domain. So we've got a like 50-60% open rates without even a freaking domain. So this is like live proof and everything. So yeah, it definitely works. So I don't think so deliverability should be an issue. Hi Sawmill, my name is Sawmill and I'm the founder of SalesGen, which is an AI platform that helps agency owners like you connect with people who want the services on autopilot. I think who want the services should be good. On autopilot seems a bit weird. So I'll just send another mail. No, I sent another mail, but I did not save it. So let's see. No, 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 no. Why are they freaking going to spam, bro? Report not spam. I got a like 70-80% open rates with this domain. I might have to use another domain, bro. I need to add a full stop over here. Who won the services? I'm reaching out to you because based on your LinkedIn profile, it seems like your company is similar to the ones we partner up with to help them book qualified appointments with the buyers on a pure results basis. I'm looking forward to set some time for an introduction to understand what services you provide and to whom, so that we can see if we're a good fit for a potential partnership. Does 11 a.m. tomorrow your time work for a meeting, or do you have some other time in mind? Thanks in advance. Amilla, looks good to me. After that, let me see the follow-up email. Boom, send. Oh, yeah. Now it landed in inbox. Hey, Somil sent you an email yesterday but didn't hear from you yet. Figured out it might have gotten buried in inbox. Just 1 p.m. tomorrow. Work for a quick meeting. Yeah. And after that, like the key is if you want your follow-ups to come in the same thread, like they're coming below this, like the first email, because we use like the same subject line. So that's what you should do. If you use different subject lines, they'll be sent out as separate emails. Oh, yeah. Yep. An email. Hey, Samuel, sent you an email yesterday but didn't hear back yet. This is what I said. Hi, Samuel, my... No, 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 no. So, yeah. Yep. Cool. Actually, yeah. Maybe. Whatever. After that, follow up too. And yeah, let's just send this as well. This one go to spam. No, let's just refresh. It's not in spam. So where the frick did that email go? Follow up to send test mail. Oh, we got it. Yeah. Let me know your thoughts on my last email, Somil. Follow up 3. Boom. Last email. And if anyone is trying to cold email me, don't use this email. I never really check it, so you're gonna have a tough time, bro. Is this a conversation we should postpone for a later date? Perhaps after April, let me know. So, this is working well. Like, yeah, looks pretty good to me. And now all we need to freaking do is just add the freaking leads. And yep. So, I think my partner sent me some leads today. Verified leads of people on Instagram. So, yeah. By the way, like a cool thing, if you end up like always scrolling on Instagram, you can use this extension called Undistracted, where you can hide like the Reels tab. That's why you don't see anything over here. Who the frick left a comment? Yeah. Yeah. So he sent me the mails and everything. Yeah, I think this is a mail. So yeah, these are like UK based agencies if I'm not wrong. Yeah, UK based ones. So yeah, we have like around 1,000 emails over here. We should be good to go. Damn. Like 2,500 leads. Let's go. Verified emails, by the way. So, and in case you have a lead list and you've not verified it, you can go to Mailmarks, which is the most affordable email verification software because I built it and I know all the problems with all the softwares because I've tried all of them. And yeah, you get 100,000 email verification for just $49 a month, which is like 5 to 10 times cheaper than everything else out there. And we like literally verified it using our exact software. So, and it's like really freaking easy to do. So you just go over here, you like log in whatever, create your account, and we also get like free credit so you can try it out for free. And then you can like upload your list over here, your CSV file, whatever, and then we just simply like verify it. I don't think so I have like an email list or whatever. And yeah, it'll verify everything live. You can just click on verify emails, and yeah, so it'll then go and verify all the different emails and everything. So it'll tell you. After that, you can simply click on import, just add the leads to the system. Next, boom, boom, table export over here. Boom, click on next. Boom, boom, boom. Just go, man. Where's the first name? Yeah, okay, we have the first name. First name is mapped, email is not mapped. So just telling us after like this is the freaking email. Yeah, email, phone number, last name, LinkedIn URL. We have a LinkedIn field. I've not added the custom field right now, not in this account, so I'll just add it to website. Boom. And yeah, I think we don't need anything else, so I'll just click on next. Boom, next. I'll name it 9 April Agency Corner. Boom, add these to the workflow. I'll just search for the workflow corner. Yep, this was the name of it. Boom, done. Let's see how it goes. If it goes well, I'll update this in a week. You can join like the free community over here in SalesGen. You'll find the link in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. And yeah, you can just join here. I'll show you the results which we receive with everything in a post which I'll create. And yeah, I'll just create the post and you can see everything, watching it and everything. And yep, that's it. You can find the link to the post probably in the pinned comment if I'm not lazy. Everything. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed, got some value out of it. If you genuinely spend like 68 minutes like just looking at me yap and shit and just build my own business, I'm genuinely grateful for you, man. Like, thank you so much. I didn't think like anyone would be watching till this point. So if you did, just drop like that emoji with like what do you call this, like frying pan emoji, so that I can see like if there's a single guy who did it, like an emoji like this. Because damn bro, that will be freaking dope. Hope this helped, man. Take care, bye bye.